Psalm chapter 134:1. Behold, bless ye the Lord, all ye servants of the Lord, which by night stand in the house of the Lord. Lift up your hands in the sanctuary, and bless the Lord that made heaven and earth. Bless thee at Zion. So we give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Hamashiach Yahushai. Yahweh is the name of the Heavenly Father, and Yahushai is the name of His Son, who the world commonly knows as Jesus Christ. All right. So with this, we're going to read Thessalonians, 1 Thessalonians, all right, 5 and 2.
God.
Right, because we see a lot of people just walking around and they don't really know what's going on. So we're going to read this, all right? This is 1 Thessalonians 5 and 2. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. But when they shall say, peace and safety, then sudden destruction shall come upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape.
Right.
So whether you know it or not, we're living in the times of peace and prosperity, all right? Peace and safety. And a lot of y'all people say that, man, you know? But right after this time that we're living in, which is just an illusion, destruction and all hell is going to break loose, all right? Let's read that again. Verse 3, for when they shall say peace and safety, and that's what you see right now. People walking around, everything's okay, everything's good, all gains and joy. We had a few what would you call them? Marriages walking around, man. You know, frat parties, man, doing their own thing. You know, women dressing damn stupidly, man, immodestly. All that is all peace and prosperity.
Yeah, hitting the bars again and stuff like that.
Right.
Man.
You can see all that happening in America once again right after there was a whole downfall of America during the period of coronavirus.
We still in it, though.
We still in it. But the thing is, it's an illusion to where it seems like we're not in a downfall in America. It seems like we're not in a depression because that's the illusion the government is pushing on the people. And that's the illusion the people are taking, and they like it, you know? They don't want to accept the facts that this time of prosperity is only an illusion, like we keep saying.
Temporary.
Temporary. Now, what's going on is America right now. Like I said, we're really in a depression. Not we, but the Americans. They're really in depression right now, you know, because you have a lot of people. They go down to those food banks, man, you know, and they line up in the food banks to get food. But some of them are working, but they're just not getting enough money. A lot of them are not working, and they're getting no money, man. So they have to go down to get support by America. All right, this is what's going on. Not a lot of our people, but a lot of the Americans, they don't have jobs. All right, follow me.
Yeah,
a lot of these Americans, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, I read an article. It said around 51% of Americans this year, they're making less than $34,000, man.
Right. And that's what's going on. A lot of Americans that used to be living the normal lifestyle, going to their 9-to-5 job or getting whatever money they get, that's all coming to an end. I believe a high percentage of Americans have fallen into poverty. Yep. That's why if you look in your nearby cities, you can see the amount of people that are living in their tents now.
God, they had a survey where it said, like, they surveyed Americans. They said, how much of you guys are living at a comfortable state, right? Like, where you feel like you ate enough, you kind of feel kind of comfortable. And I said, like, more than half of it, like 60 something, or I don't know, some 60, I read it a while back, was like saying they're not comfortable, man.
Right.
They're not in conditions where they feel like they can eat at their leisure now, man. Their children is out here kind of going through it too. So, you know, this, like I said, you talk about the
economy.
Yeah.
Right. And this middle class is all going to crash, right? You have something called the stock market, and they'll show you that America's in a recovery. Everybody get ready. We're in a recession. Things are coming back. America's opening up. Your nearby city, you can go in the stores and buy and sell and do what you do to your day-to-day basis. But that's only going to happen, and it's only going to prosper for just a period of time. All right, it's only temporal, like we say. And if you're an American, you need to get up to date, all right? Not that you guys will, because a lot of these Americans don't want to accept the fact that this is not a recovery, all right?
Yeah.
That this is not a recession. That rather, it's only down, you keep going downhill from here. Because how long can you keep an illusion going? You know, you can't, all right? Yeah, yes,
Yeah, I'll bring this out. Ecclesiastes 12:1. Remember now thy Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. While the sun, or the light, or the moon, or the stars be not darkened, nor the clouds return after the rain. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders shall cease, because they are few. And those that look out the window be darkened, and the doors shall be shut in the streets, when the sound of the grinding is low, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. Con, you got it.
Con, that's true, man. You know, you can't wait. You can't be around here just waiting, man, to see whether that day is gonna come.
Con.
Right now, can you read the beginning of it?
Con.
I like that one.
Ecclesiastes 12:1. Remember now thy Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not.
Salaki. So he said you gotta remember him right now.
Yeah.
Why them evil days aren't here yet? You know, just like Paul says. Let me go to Romans. We'll get back on that. But let me go to Romans, chapter 13 and 11.
Con.
All right, if I can get there, Lord willing.
Because we are in evil days. It's just like, man.
Right.
It's not like It's not like all hell broke loose.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's exactly correct. You know, we're not in the evil days, though we are. If you can understand, we're in that depression.
In the beginning.
Yeah, we're in the depression. You just can't see it because nobody wants to acknowledge it.
Yeah.
And your government, he wants to keep you at a docile state for as long as he can. But then when he can't suppress the depression that we're really in, then it's going to all fall, you know, for sure, you know. Anyway, Romans chapter, go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead.
Romans 13 and 11. It says, and that knowing the time that now is high time to awake out of sleep. And what this is just all a dream, you know. You got to wake up out of that sleep, man. You got to wake up out of the darkness. You got to stop imagining things that aren't really there. You got to stop thinking America is going to come back, because it's not. All right, if you didn't know that by now, America is not going to come back. How in the world did America drop in a few months ago, and nobody thought this thing was going to come back, you know? The average American, they thought this thing was done. But then your government, they kind of save it, like they're God, right? They kind of bring this thing back. And now everybody hopped on the train, and now they believe. But it's not this America in debt, I believe like 15 trillion, or maybe even double that, man. So how in the world do you believe that stimulus checks are coming this year? They're not.
They say that they're not this year. Like there's articles, right, that say the stimulus checks, man, it's possible that Americans might not get one this year, man, you know? And that's gonna be bad for these people out here. It's gonna be another hit in the economy.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah. In America, again, it's not a good look. All right, let's keep reading.
I want to read this too. This is Jeremiah 51 and 8. It says, Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her and take balm for her pain. If so, she may be healed. It says, we would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her. Let us go every one into his own country, for her judgments reacheth unto heaven, and she is lifted up even to the skies. Come.
Right, America, you can't heal this place. All right, as much as this government wants to not he don't want to, but as much as you as an American might want this place to come back, look at all the people around, man. You have people taking pictures, people driving their cars, people going to razzoos, all this ample time you have. The Lord gave you this ample time for what reason? So this is like a whole grace period right now, if you don't know. This is your time to really come in and start understanding.
Yeah.
But if you don't want to do that, then you can just wait. We're going to go to Proverbs 1 and 20 in a second here. You can just wait until the wrath of the Lord really come upon y'all, man.
Con.
You know, and that's what's going to happen, because we're talking about the economy, and what is look at that, man, folly. What does economy mean? All right, I believe it means like wealth. It means like the money. What do you?
I believe it means like the wealth or the production of a country or something.
The production and the consumption and just all around the economy being able to run.
Yeah, let me read it for you. Actually,
a nation being able to run.
This is economy. The Google definition: the wealth and resources of a country or region, especially in terms of production and consumption of goods and services.
Right, and that's what America or any nation, they really thrive off of that, being able to produce and to consume. All right, because that's what a nation needs to do. All right, but soon enough, the economy is going to fall, and there's not going to be any more production. No more resources to take in and produce. All right, all that is going to come and collapse. Like the Great Depression is a great example. All right, what do you think in the Great Depression? Why do you think when you look at the pictures, you see a bunch of kids, they're skinny, you know, to the bone? I'm talking about skinny to the bone, you know? People didn't have nothing to eat. People were lining up at the food banks, man. Like right now they're doing. You know, you might not see it because they're covering it up. They're not showing you really what's in the media. They're showing you some folly in the mainstream media. But really what's going on, for real, is they're doing the same thing that happened in the Great Depression, you know? People didn't have jobs, so they had to line up at the soup line, man. Yeah. You get a donut and bread. Yeah. You know, that's what's happening today. All right? And again, you can't heal this place. You can't heal something that's done, you know?
Yeah. Especially if it's a judgment of the Lord, man. If that's the decree of the Lord, he said, what is saying?
You can't
Isaiah?
make something.
Yeah, it said, shall my word go out void? Shall it return to me void?
That's a perfect.
It shall accomplish all. We can get it. I'll get this really quick though. Ecclesiastes 1:9. The thing that I've been, it is that which shall be, and that which is done is the thing which shall be done. There is no new thing under the sun.
Right. And again, like we was talking about, America is nothing new, man. Nor is the downfall of America anything new. Like one nation comes up, another. Whoa. Let me go to Ecclesiastes. Give me a second, Salaki.
Just like you said, like 3. How it happened in the Great Depression. Hey, that happened, but there's no new thing. So that's gonna happen again, which is already happening, you know.
Right. So here's Ecclesiastes 3:1. To everything there is a season, and a time to every purpose under the heaven. A time to be born and a time to die. A time to plant and a time to pluck up that which is planted. And going on, a time to kill and a time to heal. A time to break down and a time to build up. And all those precepts were you can all link that up with America. This place was planted, this place was built up, this place was established. But just as there's a time to build up and establish and set to be lived in, that thing also, Satan, that thing also will be shut down. Right, there's a time to live and a time to die. This place isn't a time of death, you understand? All right, man, let me just read Jeremiah and link this up. Jeremiah 9:6, it says, thine habitation is in the midst of deceit. Through deceit, they refuse to know me, saith the Lord. And this place is just full of deceit, man. If you believe that America, people have the MAGA hats on, you know, they have make America great again. There's no America coming back, all right? You're living in the land of deceit to where they're gonna tell you things that aren't really happening. But if you look on a physical level, that's not matching up with the statistics they're giving you, you know? They tell you, look, everything's gonna be all right, you know, just keep doing your thing. But really, things are just going down. I believe, if I remember correctly, in the recent months, when they told you that the amount of people losing their jobs is going down, that thing just rose right back up. I believe it was just under 1 million people. They applied for unemployment benefits again. They're starting that up again, you know.
Yeah.
So what does that tell you? That this place, it didn't recover. All right, it didn't recover like they tell you, man.
Yeah, and the benefits too. Like they tell you that the benefits they got cut in like I think half. So
Right.
a lot of people who were on the unemployment, hey, that thing got cut out, man. And a lot of people was like going hell crazy, man. Like that's
Right.
why writings was going up. You see how they are trying to block off in the big cities? They're trying to block off the eviction centers. So like the people coming to evict people out of houses, you got all the citizens blocking off
Really?
the doors so they can't get in to take them out their house.
Damn.
It's funny, bro. I mean that's the wicked gonna have to go through that. But all these riots, man, all these uproars, hey, that's exactly like Rome. You know, I brought out Salah, Ecclesiastes 1:9. That which has been is now, and that which is
Right.
to be is already been, and it's gonna happen again. So Rome, if you actually look into Rome, how Rome fell, hey, it fell the same exact way that America fell, and it's like it's almost crazy because Rome, they started having a bunch of riotings at the end of their time. Why? Because the government, the people was realizing that the government was like straight wicked, you know, and they was actually rising up against the government. So there was a bunch of sedition. What else was they doing? The economy was collapsing and everything, man. The infrastructure was just going the hell out because
Right.
the military, they were too focused on their military might, so they put too much money into their military power, and they forsook production, they forsook their resources, they forsook their infrastructure pretty much, man. Wait for this to go real quick. But yeah, I mean, it just ended up like the rich departed from the land. The rich like fled the hell out, and the poor, they just tore the place down. And that's exactly
right,
what's
that's
gonna
right.
happen. The rich are gonna flee, but the poor
perfect.
are gonna stay here in America, and they're gonna tear it down, right?
Right.
It's gonna be a civil war.
Salakia.
You're con.
Your middle class, like you're going into, that thing is going to be diminished. In this time, there's not going to be a middle class just like there wasn't in Rome. All right, everybody who lived their normal life. You had small businesses and small franchises. They're all going out. All right, your real estate is all going out. Your small businesses, the people owned, that man who used to make money off of you, he can't anymore. You know, because where the hell are you making money at?
Yeah,
You know. So all these small businesses are going out the way. If you look up the Esau over here, man. Anyway, the small businesses and all the employees over there, that's all shut down. All right, and now what you have is you're either in the what is it? Class A.
Yeah.
Well, what's the small class?
You're either like the top class, I don't know.
or the lowest class.
Yeah.
All right, you're in the lowest class or you're in the highest. All right.
Yeah,
And
there's
the
gonna be
people-
no such thing as middle soon.
There's
man.
no such, man. No such thing soon here, man. Everybody in their tall skyscrapers making big bucks, they're gonna keep doing that off Walmart because these bigger corporation jobs, they're gonna keep doing their thing. But that's for the smaller ones. People don't got time for that, man.
Yeah, your mama and pop shops are gonna
Right.
shut down, and they got
That's-
hit hard. You know what I'm
that's
saying?
hard.
They all got hit hard,
Uh-huh.
and they're trying to recover, but
That's
they're
true.
going to get hit again because again,
right.
once this economy really is done and it's really made manifest, and the people like really see that this was just an illusion, you got more riots, more uproars, COVID-19. They're gonna try to push that again, and it's just like all hell. It's just gonna be like this is just finished.
And I couldn't use a better word than manifest, man. Because that's what's going to happen. That's exactly what's going to happen. You know, when America is finally, when it can't milk out any of its illusion anymore, when it can't milk out the illusion that it's bringing anymore, what's going to happen is everything that was really there is going to manifest itself, man.
Con, I want to bring this out. Isaiah 24:10. The city of confusion is broken down. Every house is shut up, that no man may come in. There is a cry for wine in the streets, and all joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone. The city is left desolate. The gate is smitten with destruction.
Right.
When thus it shall be in the midst of the land among the people, there shall be as the shaking of an olive tree, and as the gleaning grapes when the vintage is done. Con, yeah, so I only brought that out because it said the city of confusion
Right.
is broken down, which we know the city of confusion is none other than Babylon the Great. All right, what other nation is more confusing than this confusing ass America, man?
Right,
You can
that's
have damn homosexuals, transgenders. You don't even know if you're really dealing with a tranny nowadays, bro. You can have marry your dogs out here, man. I mean, what other things is just confusing? I mean, all nations, all nations like a big melting pot. Like, you don't have your own little language. You actually have every nation in every language in one big. It's like I said, confusing. Like, it's confusing, man. But yeah, I'll read that again for you. You can break it down. Isaiah 24:10. The city of confusion is broken down. Every house is shut up, that no man may come in. There is a cry for wine in the streets, and all joy is darkened, and the mirth of the land is gone. Okay.
So, as you knew, back in the early 2000s and on forward, even back in the 1900s, this place was thriving, man. You had bars everywhere. You had parties everywhere. Your concerts were open. Your football fields were open. Your NBA was going. All type of folly was just flourishing. You know, people were getting drunk at night, getting drunk in the morning. You know, it says, "Woe to a man mighty to drink strong drink, man." One who rises up in the morning to drink and then inflames himself into night. You know, in Isaiah 5. But all that's gonna come to an end. You know, we kind of saw it in the beginning. We saw it when coronavirus first initiated. People had to go to their houses. Nobody was out here. Nobody was riding them stupid ass bicycles, man. Nobody was doing their dumb ass thing anymore. You know, nobody even want to come out to ride around in their car and play their dumb ass music.
We was out here the whole time. Like, we was out here preaching the whole time that COVID was going through. And man, there was nobody out here.
We was preaching to the wind, man.
We was the whole time, man. Hey, so, the thing is, that was a glimpse. That was like a little
foreshadow.
Yeah,
and
foreshadow.
Barely that, man. You can't even call it that.
Yeah, it's a test run pretty much. The elites was trying to test run how would the citizens act in like such a commotion, in like such a dramatic state, like COVID, lockdown, evictions. People was food. You remember food? The food was just out. Just like the storehouses was empty.
The poultry. There's no meat on the shelf. All Americans were getting in an uproar, trying to get to the store first in the morning, buying up all the tissue, being a damn fool, buying all the hand sanitizer. You know, people just folly, man.
And why is everything back in normal again? Like, that's how you know the elites, they're pulling the strings. They just wanted to see how would these people act, man, because they're trying to do their so-called New World Order, but they're trying to see how, like, they're trying to really get a good grasp, like, how are we supposed to deal with these people so we can really get them where we need them to be. See, so they got their test results. Now they're doing little, you know, they're making little, what do you say? They're making like
their plans.
Yeah, they're planning it out right now. So when the real one comes through, hey, that's gonna be a permanent one, man. This one was just a test run, man. Even by the Heavenly Father, man. The Heavenly Father put it in the spirits of these elites to kind of test it, like, to kind of go and like scare the people, right? And then, like you brought out, it's gonna be peace and safety. So the Lord's gotta fulfill that prophecy. Like, it's gotta go hard. People gotta go scared. Then you gotta go back to peace, and then it's gotta be straight destruction right after that.
And what this is right now is only what the elites have to do to fulfill their New World Order, which is not gonna happen. You know, for them to fulfill their New World Order, they have to reset the whole system. So they're gonna have to collapse their whole system, collapse their whole society, all of America, and then rebuild it back up. Now you got to be stupid to do that if you know prophecy, man.
That's what they want.
You know,
they're tired. These elites are tired of. They're just tired of America. I mean, they would rather have a dictatorship. Like, they would rather have a world that's ran by just like, it's just a new world, you know.
Yeah, they're
tired. This
one
is old.
They're tired of the dumbasses, man.
Yeah, they're trying to give you the RFID chip, right? Which that is the mark of the beast, right? But they're trying to get the RFID chip in you, and they're trying to actually make it to the point to where, hey, you can be a superhuman in this time, because they want to destroy this so-called world right now, and they want to get a new world, and they want the people in that new world to be indoctrinated, and they want you to take like a chip, and they want you to be like a robot. So Esau in his plans, he's trying to set up his kingdom of heaven. He wants to continue, because the scriptures do say that we're in the times when the world will wax old, you know. We're at that time when the world's waxing very old.
It is.
And they see it, but they're trying their best to like keep it going.
Right.
Which the Lord's not gonna let it happen. What's that one in Job?
Job.
Look at that in Job.
20.
Yeah. No,
actually,
you got it.
I could bring that one out too, but let me bring that out first.
Yeah.
It says Job 5:12. He disappointed the devices of the crafty, so that their hand cannot perform their enterprise.
Yeah,
And
one more time.
it says he disappointed. Man, folly, man. Folly. It says she disappointed the devices of the crafty, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. He taketh the wise in their own craftiness, and the counsel of the forward is carried headlong. What does that mean? You was just going into it, man. That enterprise is just something planned out. They had a whole plan for the new world, and we went over this like a few months ago. They had their whole plan for a new world. They had a whole plan for a new society, but it's not gonna work, man. You know, you can't. It's stupid to think you're gonna collapse your whole kingdom and try to build a new one right back up in the midst of, in the eyes of the Lord, man.
Yeah.
You think the Lord's gonna do that? I mean, let you do that? To be honest, all the things we're talking to you about right now is all physical. We're showing you the things that are really happening within, but there's a whole spirit behind this, man.
That's right, man.
You know, the Lord, He's actually the one pulling all the strings,
That's
man.
right, man. That's right.
The Lord actually has it to where these elites, these Edomites, they think that they're doing what's right, and that they think that they can make a new world, but little do they know that the Most High, yeah, if you want to say it, man, but that little do they know that the Most High is just judging them, man.
Yeah.
All right, bringing down their kingdom so that the new kingdom and that new world, quote unquote, can be rebuilt, man. All right, which is us.
Yeah, let
Right.
me get this in Proverbs 21:1. Okay, it says, the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord.
Come on.
As the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will.
God, man. And the king's heart, which are your elites, all right, his heart is in the hand of the Lord, meaning the heart is your mind. The Lord has the elites, their mind in his hand, you know? So whatever the Lord wants him to do, he's going to have it do it, man. He's going to have it all play out according to his will. So this is Job chapter 10 and Salakia. I think it's 11 and 20. But the eyes of the wicked shall fail, and they shall not escape, and their hope shall be as the giving up of the ghost. So all the hopes that your elites have, all the hopes that all these Americans have, it's all going to be given up like the ghost. What does that mean? It's all going to be like death, you know? Like whenever you die, you can't. Your thoughts perish, man. Everything's done. That's done away with, man. So all the hopes of these people, it's all going to be done away with.
Hey, get that in Psalms 146 real quick. I'm going to bring this up. The book of Psalms 7 and 16 says, or 15, he made a pit and digged it, and has fallen into the ditch which he made. His mischief shall return upon his own head, and his violent dealings shall come down upon his own pate, which is confirming to Esau that he's made a pit, which is a trap. You know, he attempted to make one for who? For really the Israelites, but it's really snaring the inhabitants of the whole entire earth. But really, like I said, man, he's making this pit and he's digging it for us, but he's gonna end up falling into it, you know. And it says that his mischief shall return upon his own head. So all the things he sought to do to Israel, which is obviously a war on Israel, man. Israelites, not Israelis. I'm talking about the Israelites, the black Hispanics. They know about this truth. They know the elect. You know, the elites, they know this truth. So they're just trying to do what they can do to kind of destroy the elect. But hey, the Lord said that they're not going to be able to fulfill it. They're going to try their best to destroy the Israelites, but they never was able to do it, and they won't ever be able to do it.
That's only a hope that will fade away.
Yes, that's a vain thought. You know, the Lord said, as long as the sun and the moon endure, so shall the children of Israel endure, man. So it's like, you know, it's just like, hey, I know you're mad, Esau, but hey, you know, you're the wicked, man. Just you gotta accept it now, man. Just go down soft, man. Like, oh, you know, Esau trying to go down squirming and shit, man. Just let it happen, you know. Just let it happen, bro. You want to bring that up?
Yeah, which one?
I think that was in Psalms chapter 146.
146. Psalms 146 and one.
Where it says put your trust in, don't put your trust in princes.
God. Verse 3. Put not your trust in princes, nor in the Son of Man, in whom there is no help. His breath goeth forth, he returneth to his earth. And that very day his thoughts perish. Happy is he that hath the God of Jacob for his help, whose hope is in the Lord his God. God. So we can't put our trusts in the elites, man. and the princes of the earth, man. You can't really do that because they're gonna die. All right, they breathe just like you breathe, man. And when that time, when the Lord requires their spirit, hey, look, he's gonna die, man. So you can't be trusting in these elites, man, to help you out. But like I was saying, for the economy, it's a whole function of producing and consuming. Now, when the production goes down, and the production goes down, and people have to now rely on the food banks, and not only that is, if the production goes down and there's no more food, what does that lead to, man? You know, that leads to a famine. You know, and that's also prophesied in the Word. So ultimately, when this whole economy finally collapses and it's finally manifests, just know all hell is gonna break loose, just like he said in Second Esdras, man.
Gone.
All right, cause again, the people, man, they don't really know what's going on, right? They believe that that food will keep coming right on their table, right? Because people believe that they could just live and be peaceful and whatnot, but it's not gonna keep going, man.
God.
It's not. Let's see here. I believe in Second Esdras 16:1. Woe unto thee, woe be unto thee, Babylon and Asia. Woe be unto thee, Egypt and Syria, which is just America, all right, in spirit. Gird up your loins, yourselves with sackcloth and hair, slot. Gird up yourself with cloths of set and hair, and bewail your children, and be sorry, for your destruction is at hand. A sword is sent upon you, and who may turn it back? All right, so that's what the Lord's doing right now, man. He's sending hail to America, and who's gonna turn it back? Right? You just brought out the scripture that you can't trust in your elites, man. If you're out here trusting in the princes of America, you're done, man. All right, because they're not gonna turn the sword of the Lord back. All right, when the Lord is about to smite this earth, look, it's done. It's over. And that's what happened, man. The Lord already began to visit the earth, man. He already kind of, you know, put the sword down. All right, and it's coming. You just don't, it's not manifest right now, but it's
Jake,
coming.
man, needs to stop trusting in these damn presidents, man. Talking about they want Biden in the office or Trump. Man, you trusting in the wrong people anyways, man. They're not doing anything for you. And they won't do anything for you, man.
Right.
Jake is simple, man.
That's right.
Simple,
I'm gonna bring this up too. This is John chapter 19 and 15. Because you shouldn't, for the Israelites, you shouldn't even be worried about Trump or Biden, man. Those are kings of America, kings of Babylon. You shouldn't be worried about them, you see. Kings of Rome or Egypt, all right? Assyria. Let's read this. John chapter 19. And
That's a lot. When I say Jake, if you're kind of new to that term, like that's just a term for the so-called black, Hispanics, Native Americans, you know?
Right.
Because we come from the man named Jacob, and they're descendants from Jacob. So we just shorten it out to say Jake. So when you say a so-called black Hispanic, that's just Jake, you know? These Jakes out here, man, they trying to trust in their oppressors, but it's a lot good.
That's right, man. That's right. You can't do that. This is John 19 and 15. But they cried out. Let me go to verse 14. And it was the preparation of the Passover, and about the 6th hour. And he said unto the Jews, behold your king. All right, this is Pontius Pilate. He told them, behold your king, and it was Yahushua, you know? He said, but they cried out, away with him, crucify him. All right, so the Jews, they said, look, away with him, man. Away with Yahushua. We don't even know that man. They said, Pilate said unto them, shall I crucify your king? The chief priests answered, we have no king but Caesar. All right, and you can't, coons, right? Coons, you can't be a coon in this thing, man. You can't be a coon in these last days, especially not right now. You know, if you are for the so-called white man, if you're for Trump to help the so-called black community, if you're for Biden to help the so-called black man out and his family, you're done. All right, you're not looking for the right help. All right, you're not looking for the right support, man.
This is Lamentations 4:17. As for us, our eyes have yet filled for our vain help. In our watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us.
Yep. Right. And that's what a lot of our people do. They want to depend on the kings of America, but again, it's not going to work. Why should you be concerned with the king of Babylon when you should be concerned with the with the world to come, Salakia, with the kingdom to come, man? You know, we're not really stayed upon this temporal thing right here, man. We're looking for something everlasting. All right, you should be looking for the king, Yahushua. You know, don't be voting out here, man. That's all. Anyway, yeah.
We look for a continuing city.
I got that. That's let me see here. In Hebrews, Hebrews 13. And let's see here. That should be 13. 14. Salakia. So it says you want Hebrews 13, 14? For here we have no continuous city, but we seek one to come. So look, I know a lot of us, you know, we've been doing marches, you know, back throughout history. The so-called Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans, they've been doing marches, they've been rioting and protesting because they didn't have that continuous city, man. They didn't have somewhere where they could just stay at, man. So they're looking for President Trump for help. They're looking for Biden for help. They're looking for the elites and so-called white men for help. But look, that's not gonna work, man. Jeremiah said that their eyes have failed for vain help, man. That's vain. It's vanity. You should be looking for Yahushua. All right, that's what's going to deliver us in the last days.
Man. Cause here, man, like you don't have a nationality.
All right.
You don't have a real ethnicity. You call it black. You don't have your own language, man. You know, they'll throw you in the slums and ghettos.
Right.
What else they do? They won't show you justice, man. They won't even apologize for slavery. Damn, they're barely. Which no one really care for any type of apology. And they won't even give you reparations. You know. So obviously this place is not for us. You know. Everybody wants to get help. Man, Trump talking about we're gonna open about another 500,000. I think another 500 black-owned businesses. And then you had our people. You heard that interview? Our people sound like damn straight monkeys, like getting wild and hype because Trump said we're gonna open 500 black-owned businesses, man. Just retarded. Oh my goodness.
That's horrible.
Our people were just kind of dumb.
Right.
That's why it says Jeremiah 4:22. And we're not just getting on like, we're not just saying Israel is dumbass people, but it's a lot for the language. But the Lord says it, man. All right, let's get that in Isaiah chapter 1 and 3. All right. It says, the ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib, but Israel did not know, and my people did not consider. So the Lord just said the two dumbest animals, the ox and the ass, they know what they belong to. They know their purpose, right? But Israel, he said, they do not know, and they don't even consider. So the Lord is literally saying that Israel is dumber than two damn dumb donkeys, dumb animals, man. So our people are like by default just stiff-necked, hard-headed, very, 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 very rebellious people. But you know, the Lord's gonna have to deal with 2/3, man, you know? But the 1/3, the elect who understand this, hey, you know, that's the ones who are really, you know, the enlightened ones out here. Right. Jeremiah 4:22, for my people is foolish. They have not known me. They are sought as children. They have none understanding. They are wise to do evil, but to do good they have no knowledge. You got it.
John, so for us that's been, for the Israelite, man, Yahweh, the Most High's people, they are wise to do evil, all right, but to do good, they ain't got no knowledge, you know? And that's really what's going on in every level, all right? Because we call out, you know, all around the world, Israelites who come out on the highways and byways, they call out to the so-called Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans to come and hear the word and come to turn to the Most High so they could be delivered. That's a good thing, man, for you to actually follow the Most High Spirit of truth and be delivered, but they would rather walk away and continue depending on the so-called white man. They will walk away and continue to be in their sin, man, to be going off, man, you know? So our people are wise to do evil. They're wise to them, how much, they're wise to roll blunts, man. You know, steal a brother's car, you know? They're wise and all that, man. But to do good, look, they don't got no knowledge, man. It's lucky. They don't got the knowledge to do that, you know? But, you got any more precepts?
No, I don't got none.
Yeah, basically, what's the time on
Out here?
Yeah.
39.
39? Yeah, so, you know, with that, we'll probably say shalom. You know, all praise to the Most High, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Shalom to you guys. Come.